As you may or may not know, I think about purpose constantly, mainly because I do not think there is a grand overarching purpose for any of us or for all of us. Meaning is nothing but what we decide it is, provided we can make such a decision. I have never believed in legacy, and I've always thought that artists are just a vessel for a message, which is art itself. What interpretations of that art people make is beyond me. So, this here story is just amusing about those things. Goes by the name of The Future Knows No Memories. So, let me tell you a story. Humanity conquered Earth. It adapted it to its needs and preferences in the same way it created gods in their own image and likeness. Now, after billions of years of life, the planet is about to die. Yet, here we are still. We don't have today a single physical trait that's the same to our ancestors'. Though we share a rudimentary and minute common basis, we do not share a language, objectives, ideas, customs, traditions, values, or likes. It could even be said that we are an entirely different species and that our origin is irrelevant. But we are still here. We've forgotten, but we're not really guilty. We've forgotten, though we have huge information repositories, and even when we've thoroughly upgraded our organisms, our brains, even with bodies worth billions of years of evolution, we cannot analyze everything that we've created with the passing of time, and it is even meaningless that we try to do so. Nothing survives forever. None of us, none of our feelings. There are no legacies because even them constantly change. There is only the now, since it might take us long or it might not take us long. But the moment in which we change always arrives, the moment in which we transform into something different and we think in another way. And even so, we're still here. We've not gathered here for the same reason, to watch how the sun that once warmed our ancestors consumes earth. There once may have been feelings of nostalgia, curiosity, or even belonging. We now have new names and definitions for those terms, ones that could confound the humans of way back when. Earth looks so uniform in its tone, and we do not know all the names that it has had. We don't remember them. We don't know how it was that it used to have large masses of earth amongst its oceans, and flora and fauna that has long gone extinct. Its name, in fact, has changed, and it could be the same if it were completely unknown. Nothing remains that could give us a clue as to how it used to look like just 3 billion years ago, before the sun changed its face for the last time. Nobody wonders what lies beneath the surface, if any trace even remains, some marking of our passing through that moribund planet. There are no buried treasures, because time has turned the past into a relic that nobody yearns to remember. The artifacts that were used, the constructions that were built on our first thousands of years as a species are not but the quaint sketches of a newborn. The few remnants of ancient art that haven't completely crumbled no longer have an intrinsic value, product of the effort once made by all that lived before us. Those leftovers that have not turned to dust are just obsolete, and as ephemeral as our individual lives when they reach their end. However, today we're still here. We have entertainment, libation that provides us solace, and also an art of our own. Our ancestors couldn't understand it. They couldn't even experience it. We know that our descendants will consider it something archaic in the future, but that doesn't depress us, let alone prevent us from continuing to create it. It's what we enjoy while our mortal material existence lasts. And paired with our company, it's what keeps us joyful, alive. We have irrevocably changed, and it's inevitable that we keep doing it. We don't know how many eyes are watching. It's a number that might be small or endless, but here we are. We show a curious indifference for Earth, the planet that gave us birth. It's a beautiful spectacle of life and death, of all that we were, all that we are, and all that we will be. It's the end and the beginning, and a midpoint in the infinity that has no name but many as imagination permits. We are insignificant. We have no greater sense than that of our existence. Perhaps our achievements will have a voice of their own that may or may not propel them beyond our personal conscience, but we know that nothing is ours and that we belong to nothing or no one. We have science, we have technology. We know not the ancient names because we do not use them daily. We appropriated their theories because they weren't only theirs. From the start, they were ours. They belong to the ones who come, to the future. And still, we show them daily respect in our own way. Every time that we employ the advancements that improve our lives, we homage all who have converted us in what we are when we continue experimenting the universe with every second that we exist. We endure conflict, for it's a part of us since we were born as a species. We have discussion, for there are things in which we will never agree, because there are thoughts that we will never share. We fight, for every once in a while, we still fancy ourselves ambitious giants when we know that we are nothing but minute particles on an everlasting landscape. We have communication because we need each other. After billions of years, we still want to be a part of a tribe. We search for those we want to spend our time with, and we feel connections that often have no explanation or logic. We know there are answers that we will never have, but we do not stop in their search. There will come a day when everything ends, where there are no more watchful eyes, acting hands, or ears that will hear our voices. All that once has been will again be nothing, only to research in some other form here or elsewhere, or on many places at the same time. And when that day comes when we can't keep up with the universe, it won't matter to us because we will no longer exist. But we're still here. We, at this very moment, live. I'll see you when I see you.